guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be looking at how to make this beautiful dress. Please watch to the end.
Okay, I'll be using this fabric to make my ruffles, and I just subtracted the is a dress with ruffles. I just subtracted the half length. This is 27 inches long, and it's just a normal dart dress. It won't be that fitted. This is 27 inches. So I minus 10 inches for my ruffles, which will be okay for the actual length. And the actual length I'm working with is 37 inches, and this is 27 inches. So when I attach the ruffles to give me the actual length I'm looking for. So I'll fold this into four. I've folded my fabric into four, as you can see. Like I said earlier on, I minus 10 inches from my actual gown length, which is 37. Minus 10 inches will give me 27 inches. I'm minusing 10 inches because it's a dress with ruffle below. So the ruffle now will extend the length. So I'll go ahead now and impute my measurements. Automatically, this is my shoulder line and this is my zipper allowance, which is 1.5 inches. So I'll just place my tape now and impute my shoulder measurements, which is 15 inches divided by 2 give me 7.5. So I'll come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope, then 3 inches along the neckline. So I'll just connect from that 3 inches point here to the 7.5. Okay, so from my shoulder to my breast point, which is 10 inches, I'll mark that line out. Shoulder to waistline, 14 inches. Shoulder to hip, 24 inches. So I'll just roll all my lines out. So I just mark out my line. So I'll input the measurements on the line. This is my breast point line, my waistline, and my hip line. On the breast point line, I'll insert my bust measurement, which is 34 inches divided by 4 will give me 8.5. I'll add 1.5 inches for seam allowance, then half inch extra for ease because I don't want it to be all that fitted. My waistline, I'll repeat same process. I'll input my waist measurement, which is 28 inches divided by 4 will give me 7 inches. I'll add 1.5 inches for seam allowance. Then on the waistline, I'll be using 1 inch for ease. On my hip line, I'll input my hip measurement. That's 8 inches divided by 4 will give me 9.5. I'll add 1.5 inches for ease, then half inch for 1.5 inches for seam allowance, then half inch for ease. And I'll connect my lines together. I'm sorry about my chalk, it's not really visible enough. So I'll connect from my waist to my bust line, then to the hip line. Okay, for the armhole now, I'll come down by same 7.5 from my shoulder slope. Seven 7.5. This is also my chest line. I'm supposed to do this earlier on, but it still doesn't matter though. Okay, so this is my armhole. So I'll just derive the midpoint of my armhole, which is 3.75. Then I'll come in by 1 inch from this point here. I'll connect. Okay, I just connect my lines together. This is my armhole, my bust line, my waistline, and my hip line. I just connected my measurements together. So for the neckline now, it will be a round neck. I'll be coming down by 4 inches for the front. I just come down by 4 inches for my neck depth. Then I'll still maintain the 3 inches. And I'll connect my line together. And for the back neckline, I'll be coming down by 1.5 inches. Then 3 inches for the neck width. So I'll just cut it out now. I'll start with the back neckline. Then my shoulder slope. Okay, so this is the front bodies. To make my ruffles now, I'll multiply the hemming part by 2.5. That's to get the length of the ruffles that I want. And I've done that already. This is what I'll be using for the front. Multiply the where you'll be joining your ruffles by 2.5. So you just open it up like this. This is the front part. I'm just trying to give you an example of what will be enough for your ruffles. So I'll just place my tape like this. What I'm having here is 23 inches. I'll now multiply it by 2.5 for the front part. I'll do the same thing for the back part, but before I do that, I will join the zipper along one side together. Okay, I have two pieces of it here. This one is for the front and this is for the back. So for the back part, I'll join my zipper. This is the back, one side of the back. I'll join the both sides together. That's the zipper allowance before attaching the ruffle to the lower part. And my ruffles here, I'm having 11 inches plus seam allowance. The actual length I'll be needing is 10 inches. Like I said earlier on, the length of my dress is 37 inches. I'm having the half length I'm having here is 27 inches plus 10 inches will give me 37 inches. So what I'm having for my ruffles, the length is 11 inches, 1 inch for seam allowance and 10 inches for the actual length. So that's all now. So I'll go and make my ruffles on the upper part of the dress and show you guys. I'll attach the front separately and the back separately, then I will shaping the both sides using my body measurements. Okay, I've weaved the upper part of what I'll be using for my ruffles. I use design weaving to weave it because this will be an outward ruffles. I'll be gathering it on the dress, not inside the dress. So it will just be on the dress. So that's why I used the design weaving to weave the edges of both the front and back. So what I'll be doing now, I'll be joining the front and back together using quarter or half inch. I'll just join the piece together because I feel it to be longer and better that way. So I'll join it together using quarter inches. So for the body of my dress, I've shaped it using my desirable body measurement. So this is it. So what I'll be doing next is to bias the neckline using a bias, a yellow bias. Then I'll just join these two together and pleat it on each round. So they will be doing a box pleat on it, just as you can see from the picture. We're doing a box pleat on it, just like a kind of kissing pleat on it. I have a video where I taught on how to make a kissing pleat, so I won't be making much emphasis on that. You just kiss pleat it round the dress. So I'll just, this is the armhole. You can see it's looking small, so I'll just place my tape from the shoulder area to my armhole measurement, my armhole length, and I'll just trim it off, then come in by quarter inches at the center front of my armhole. Then I'll bias it as well. I'll also attach an invisible zipper to it to the back part of the dress. That must be after I must have biased the neckline. Okay, I've joined my piece together. What I'm using for my ruffles, you can see I just joined it a little. So I'm having it. Reason why I did not attach the front part separately from the back part because of the allowance. Once you join it like that, I think it will take more from the ruffle piece and won't be having enough. So I just feel I should shaping the dress so I can have a more lengthy piece for my ruffle. So you can choose to make this gather or the bust kissing pleat as it is in the picture, whichever way is fine. So what we'll be doing next now, we'll be attaching this on it. Remember I said on it, not inwardly. So I'll just place it like this and I'll sew on it. Just place it and make my kissing pleat. I'll be starting from the back part where I have my zipper line. So I'll just place it on it like this. I just place it on it like this. I'll leave half 1 inch extra here, so I'll use to join the other side, and I'll place it on the dress and sew. I'll just sew on it. I'll make my pleat round and match on it round. I'll just make the pleat round and match on it. So that's what I'll do next. Okay, I've attached it to it. As you can see, I left at about ½ inch before sewing on it using the matching thread. You can see this is the back. This is the back part of the dress. Looking very beautiful. Please, if you like this video, ensure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I just split it using 1 inch. That's to say you fold in 1 inch at the right hand side, then you fold in 1 inch. That's 2 inches for each kissing pleat. This is very simple. If you want to learn how to do your kissing pleat, please just go through my channel and you see a video on how to make a kissing pleat peplum top. I explained very well on it. So that's just all about the gown. So I'll just go ahead now and insert my zipper, then I'll bias the neckline and the armhole.
Thank you so much for watching to the end. This is the outcome of my dress. Oh, I just love how simple it is and free. Ensure you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I love you guys. See you in my next video. If you want to know more on how to make the kissing pleats, just go through my channel. You'll see a video on how to make a kissing pleat peplum top. Bye.